everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Andrea Garvey, and I recently left my corporate job to pursue my dream as a full-time artist. And I know that for those of you who've been following me, I have been working on and finished this painting behind me, which I called Bird of Humanity. And I love this painting. It also is a very horizontal size. So I am going to be working on another one, and just wanted to show you today how I do my first layer, which is using a lot of words and affirmations, and I use things with like oil pastels and some paint and pencils. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today, and I hope you enjoy it. And please let me know if you have any questions. I will definitely get back to you after I've done this video. So what I start with is I have just a box of little pastels. I use oil because when I do my second layer of paint, it will pop through a little easier. And I think about my painting, and I think about what I want to say and what I want that painting to evoke. So because I know the story behind this Bird of Humanity painting, which has to do with a male wing and a female wing being in balance, which is perfect for today's society. And there's a lot of love and kindness and strength on the women's side as well as the male side. And so they balance each other, and then they can soar. And there's been posts that I've done that I've talked about that. It comes from a Cherokee prophecy, and I heard Lynn Twist talk about it in one of her podcasts with Oprah Winfrey, and I was fascinated by that and came up with this painting. So anyway, so today I'm going to work on a new one. I'm just going to start putting some words down. It doesn't really matter to me so much where the words go. I often just fill up the canvas. It also breaks up doing the first layer. So some people look at a stark white canvas and get a little bit shocked, but this way you can fill it up with all different types of words. The main thing about this painting and the theme is that this bird will end up soaring and flying high. So that's a big prominent word that I'll use. So again, I'm just using different oil pastels right now. I'll often turn my canvas too. It doesn't matter what direction it is, as long as you are kind of filling up the space. So I'm filling in words that I want to feel in this painting. Even though all of these words will get covered up, I know that they're there. I think I like these ones a little bit better. I know that they'll be there. And some of these words I'll reuse again, like in here, just having them come through, telling the story. So it's a Cherokee prophecy. So I'm going to write that in here. Sometimes I'll just put some shapes. I often use hearts in a lot of my artwork. love, peace, all these beautiful words, trust. I had so much fun creating this piece behind me. I'm crazy about it, so I probably would never sell it. And I have a perfect spot for it in my art studio, but I really wanted to create one that I could sell and also turn into some prints, and there's been some people who have asked about it. So this is a perfect size. It's 24 by 30, and that way I can reproduce them down to an 8 by 10 or an 11 by 14 without a problem, which works great. So I'm just filling in with oil pastels, and then I'll probably add a little paint to this layer too. So this is just the base layer. Coming up with some other words in here. This is love always wins. We definitely need a lot of love in this world right now. So I put that everywhere. I put love in everything I do. I believe the written word is so important. So when you do this base layer like this, a lot of this will come through on my second layer when I use inks. And I'll be doing inks on on my next video, but you'll see that too. So I'm just filling in little sections, and now I'm gonna do some paint with the same idea of using words. Let's see where my brush is wet. Oh, there. I love this paint, Nova. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I took a workshop with Betty Krause, and she's amazing, and she loves this paint. And I swear to you guys, this is the paint that I use now, or I'd like to get every color in this paint, and I probably will eventually one day. The paint is got a great texture. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, some good colors. So on this layer, I'm definitely doing some darker colors, because when I do my second layer of inks, they will pop up. So some of these words will still be there, which of course I want. I wanted to have some music playing in the background, but I don't think I can. I think they take my video down, so it's a little bit quiet. I usually have a music going, or I have a podcast going. And this prophecy of the bird of humanity is a story that literally stopped me in my tracks. I was listening to a podcast. I think I was in the car even, and I might have even turned off on the road and just stopped and just thought about it. And it just makes so much sense. And so the prophecy is that in the 21st century, that the female and the male energy will be equal. The women, the female energy, will start to be strong and will have a voice and be heard and bring kindness and love and all the things that the male energy needs to balance out, because for the last 20 centuries it's been flapping really hard because it's been trying to fly without the female wing. And when a bird flies with a broken wing or has only one wing, it has to try and fly obviously extra hard. And I just thought that was just an incredible story. and went to paint it. So I painted that one right away, and I love it, and I'm really happy with stories like that. That makes me feel good, makes me have hope, which is a great word. I'm going to put that right here. So I don't really care too much about where the words are going. I'm just writing them and they're there. I don't think too much about this layer. I'm almost just writing. I'm just writing words and putting them down. Some of them are over some of that oil pastel. When I write these words, it sometimes reminds me of my job in college. I had to write posters back in the day with markers. I can't remember what it was for. I think it was for the cafeteria or something. But anyway, I love doing letters, writing big letters. So I'm just filling in my space, filling in the white canvas. I don't use too many different color paints. I just don't need to. I just want to make sure they're dark. So this is the magenta. And Lynn Twist, she calls this the Sophia century, this story, which is pretty. I like that. I like having a century named after a woman. I'm gonna do one more. There you see it. Then I'll hold it up in a minute and I'll show you that other one. So it's all about the wings and the balance, and that this sweet bird will soar. So cool. So I've pretty much covered most of this painting with something. I could keep going and do a little bit of doodling, which I love to do. Just using dark colors. Oops, that didn't last very long. And then when I pour the ink, so I'll hopefully maybe I'll do that one tomorrow. Let this dry. And then, so this is my first layer. So this is sort of how I fill up my canvas. I do this every time I do a painting. I fill it up. If I do a commission, I put in the words for who I'm painting it for. And sometimes they have special things that they want on their painting. because you know, I know, they know that it's there, it's in the bones of the structure. And then this is the, let me show you a little close up. This is the painting. I don't know if you can see it too well, but this is the one that I did that has the two wings, the female side, the male side, and then I have the story written. So I would like to do that on this side, this size. It is going to be a vertical, and I'm not too sure if I have it. I will maybe post it. I'm gonna do a heart in the middle, and it's gonna have two wings wrapped around the heart with the story on there too. So anyway, well, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys following me along on my journey. It's been a blast. I can't wait. I've got big things in store, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. And I will answer any questions, so just send them along and I will get back to you. All right. Bye.